our first vlog after Cabo. Hope you guys enjoyed the Cabo vlog. We'll link it down below if you haven't had a chance to see it yet. So this weekend was so nice. We finally got back into our wellness routine.
And since coming back, I was on call last weekend, and then we traveled to New York, and you went to Las Vegas. So it was just so hectic. Yeah, it was just so hectic for us. But finally we're back, and we're kind of getting into our routine again.
I was actually able to work out today. I haven't even worked out in a couple weeks because of traveling, and then I got sick. Actually, we both got really sick. So it was just really nice to get in a good workout this morning. I even went for a walk outside. It was just awesome to kind of soak in all that nature. So yesterday morning, we actually were super productive and got all of our chores done so we could relax and then shoot content today.
So yesterday we actually went grocery shopping to Whole Foods. And we usually don't go to Whole Foods. We usually order on Amazon via Whole Foods, or we'll go to Trader Joe or sometimes even Giant Eagle. But this was kind of the first time we went to Whole Foods, and actually it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
We had so much fun, and we were able to find so many cool things. So we want to show you guys all the things that we bought and let us know what you think about our grocery haul. So we're going to share that with you now.
Between Whole Foods and Trader Joe's probably every other week, and this week I had my lunch entrees that I usually pick up from Trader Joe's, so that's why we decided to go to Whole Foods. So some of the things that we bought this time, just our usual staples like kale, spinach, avocados, cucumbers. We also picked up the squash noodle mix because we have this like turkey bolognese sauce that I had gotten from Trader Joe's, so we want to use that up. Big tub of hummus because we go through that pretty quickly. Jet was craving some smoked salmon, so we also picked that up. I think we're gonna make like a breakfast wrap with it tomorrow. Some cauliflower, banana, yogurt, tomatoes. Jet likes tuna for his salads, and then we're also running low on his dressings. He loves these Sir Kensington's flavors, and this time he bought pepperoncini Italian. I wonder how that's gonna taste. We needed cacao nibs for our oats, almond milk, the baby tomatoes that he likes for his salads, and then I also was running out of matcha. So I've been really liking my matcha lattes recently, and I don't drink it every day, probably like every other day if I have time in the morning. And I've also been buying them in individual packets because I realized that the taste is better versus like when you have it in like one big pouch, and then every time you open it, it kind of loses its freshness. And then it's also super nice that it's just like pre-measured out. So restocked my matcha. Chick got super excited about the Sleepy Time lavender tea, so also excited to try that. Some blueberries, some green tea. I've been trying to switch from coffee or espresso to green tea. And then some mint. I'm actually making chicken biryani, so that's why I needed to restock on the mint. Some rainbow baby carrots to eat with like salmon, some chicken for the chicken biryani. We also really like this like broccolini or like baby broccoli. It just goes really well with like chicken or salmon. Also picked up the smoked Gouda chicken sausage. And my favorite, some dumplings. This isn't food, but it's actually my favorite cleaning spray, so I wanted to show you guys. It's Method all-purpose cleaner, and it's the bamboo scent. It's amazing. So now we're gonna put all these groceries away and then head to dinner. So I'm excited to see what the ambiance of the restaurant is like, and then also some of the dishes. Can't wait to show you guys.
So one of the things we really liked about the restaurant is the ambiance. It's a very modern farmhouse versus rustic chic.
It wasn't rustic chic. He just likes to call that anywhere we go.
I like to call everything rustic chic, but it was more of a modern farmhouse type of decor. And they had a really nice patio and the ambiance was really terrific, so we had a great time. I ended up getting this sort of beet cocktail. Mo got a cucumber cocktail. They had various cocktails, but all of them were based off of a single fruit or vegetable, so that was pretty unique.
And we're definitely gonna go back because there were so many other menu items that just looked amazing, so I'm super excited.
Actually, Mo was so stuck between two. She was almost tempted to order both items, but then I had to remind her, like, we only live 10 minutes away. We can come back literally whenever. So we're excited to go back.
Yeah. So now it's around 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, and we are about to make chicken biryani for you guys.
Yeah.
So this recipe is something you guys have been asking for a while now. This was a recipe I posted in the beginning of Astoryofspices, but I think it's more helpful to explain it in a video format versus just kind of writing out the description on Instagram. So that's why this is the first recipe I wanted to film for you guys.
And I always love it when she makes chicken biryani, because when she cooks chicken biryani, it means I get to eat chicken biryani.
And what I'll also try to do is like share like shortcuts in the recipe as we go along. So those of you that are pressed for time can do this, you know, even when you're in a rush. So let's go make some chicken biryani.
All right.
So this recipe is actually one that has been in the making for a while now. I've tried different biryani masala recipes and either they were like too overpowering or didn't have enough flavor. So I feel like I finally got the recipe right, so I wanted to share it with you guys. If you don't have all of the spices for the biryani masala, I'm also going to show you a pre-made mix that I like to use and link it below. So you're going to start out with 10 to 15 dried red chilies based on your spice preference, 2 mace, about 10 green cardamoms, a small piece of nutmeg, about 1/6 of a whole nutmeg, 10 cloves, 6 to 8 bay leaves, a cinnamon stick that measures about 1.5 inches, 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 2 black cardamoms, and this is different than the green cardamom, and then 4 star anises. If you don't want to make your own biryani masala powder, you can also buy this one. This is my favorite, and you can easily pick it up from any Indian grocery store. It's the Shan Special Bombay Biryani. So anytime in the recipe that I mentioned biryani masala powder, you can either use the one that you made yourself or the pre-made one. So now we're going to dry roast our spices. So I'm setting the flame to about medium-low. And we're not going to use the oil, we're just going to dry roast. So I'll just add everything in. You want to keep mixing until the spices become aromatic and are slightly browned. Once you see the dried red chilies slightly darken, that's when usually I stop dry roasting them. So I probably did this for about 5 minutes or so, and that's enough. You don't want to burn the spices, so you have to be careful. So this is what the biryani masala powder looks like after it's all blended. It's very smooth. I love my Vitamix for that reason. So this is way more than we need for our recipe, but I like to just make extra and store it in a mason jar for next time. So next time I don't need to make the spice all over again. Next, we're gonna prepare some of the herbs and the vegetables that we need for the marination. You need 1 large red onion because you're gonna brown the onions. You need 1/2 portion for the chicken marination and 1/2 portion to layer on top of the biryani. You need 1 cup of mint, about 1/2 a lemon, 1 cup of cilantro, and 2 green chilies. this tiny knife from our place because it's perfect for tiny tasks like this, like cutting the herbs. And I feel like I have a lot of control over the knife, so it's pretty awesome. Just finished cutting one large red onion, and you want to cut it lengthwise. Now we're going to brown the onions. I'm heating up 1 tablespoon of avocado oil and adding this in. Took about 10 to 15 minutes on medium heat, and they look perfect. Now we're going to add half portion to the chicken marinade and then save the other half. First, we're going to add in 1 cup of Greek yogurt. I like using Greek yogurt because it has more protein. Then we're going to add in a 1.5 teaspoon of biryani powder, either the pre-made or the one we made earlier. Then we're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Juice from half a lemon. About half cup of mint. Next, we're going to add in green chili. And this is about 2 green chilies. You can adjust your spice preference. Now I'm adding in red chili powder. I add in about 1.5 teaspoons, about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Then we're going to add in some salt. I'm adding about 1.5 teaspoons of that as well. You want to make sure it's thoroughly mixed so all the spices coat the chicken evenly and the salt as well. At this point, I'll taste the marinade to see if I want to add more chili powder or add more salt. I always start out with a lower amount of salt and adjust as needed. Now we're about to put this in the fridge for a little bit. So now I've just added about 1.5 cups of basmati rice. I know some people soak it before, but I don't find the need to soak it. Just rinsed it, and now I'm about to add 1.5 cups of water to cook the rice with. Now we're going to add some more spices into the rice. So we need about 2 star anises, 1.5 inch cinnamon stick, about 3 to 4 cloves, 1 bay leaf, and 3 to 4 green cardamoms. I also add about 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. Finally, don't forget to salt your rice. Some people don't salt it and it just doesn't taste as good. Now we're going to seal our Instapot, put it on the valve mode. So then we're going to pressure cook for 3 minutes on high. That will cook our rice about 90%. Alright guys, so we're about halfway there. Now we're actually going to cook the chicken, and as the chicken is cooking, the rice is also cooking. I tried to write out the recipe in a way that different parts can be going at the same time, so it's the most time efficient way to make this biryani. So I just heated the pan to medium heat. We're going to add in about 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. And now, as the oil heats up, we're going to add in some chicken. Oh my god, look at that sizzle. Now that the chicken is cooking and the rice is going, we're gonna get ready for the final toppings of the biryani. We set aside the brown onions, some cilantro, some mint, we're gonna use some ghee, some biryani masala powder, and then this is about 1/4 cup of milk that I'm gonna mix in our saffron into. And I used about 1/4 teaspoon of saffron. I also like to mix the biryani masala powder in here. I put about 1/2 teaspoon of biryani masala powder. Now we're just gonna mix it in, and the saffron is gonna release some of its color. So I also used to add some red food coloring to the biryani to make it look like a restaurant style biryani. But then I discovered this red beet super color powder. I'll link it down below as well. It's by Suncor Foods. It doesn't change the taste of the biryani at all. It doesn't add any sort of spices or anything like that, but it adds a beautiful color. I'm adding about 1/2 teaspoon to 2 tablespoons of water. and you just mix that in thoroughly as well. So the rice is done cooking, and I actually like to do a 10-minute natural pressure release. So now we're gonna release the valve. You guys, look how fluffy the rice is. It's perfect. And don't use a spoon, you just wanna lightly fluff it with a fork. All right guys, so the chicken's about 80% done. All of the extra water evaporated. So now what we're gonna do is add the rice on top and the rest of the toppings. The stove is on the lowest heat, and I'm gonna just sprinkle the rice on top. You don't wanna break the rice, so you wanna do it very gently, like this. Now this is my absolute favorite part. So we're gonna start with Kevra water. I'll link it down below for you guys. It just adds like that beautiful fragrance that you sometimes smell at restaurants. Then we're gonna go in with the brown onions. Just layer on top. Look how beautiful that is, guys. I actually turned off the stove. I'm gonna let this actually sit for 10 minutes and seal it. One of the really cool things that I love about the Our Place pan is that it's a modular lid. So you can turn it in a way so it's fully sealed. And so now we just wait. All right guys, so we left the biryani on the stove for 10 minutes and it's done. We brought everything outside so we can have a nice relaxing dinner. I'm about to open the lid. You can see the saffron, the brown onions, the mint, the cilantro, and it looks like the rice completely finished cooking. It smells so amazing. I can't wait to dig in. I also made some raita on the side with just some cherry tomatoes and cilantro and a little bit of salt. So now I'm just taking the spoon and just gently lifting the chicken so the flavors get further enmeshed. Oh my god, the chicken looks so juicy and perfect. Alright guys, I'm about to take a bite now. I'm gonna get a little bit of chicken, the onion, the cilantro, and a little bit of mint going in. Oh my god, it came out amazing. You get the sweetness from the red onion after we browned it, the freshness from the mint. I love the green chili that I added in there because you get a slight hit of spice. I can't wait for you guys to try this recipe out. I think it's absolutely one of my favorite recipes and I know that you'll love it. Hope you enjoy it and let me know what you think of it. So Jit's about to try it. You're gonna get a chicken piece?
Yeah. I've been suffering with smelling the smells for so long and now I'm finally tasting it. So amazing.
Was it worth all the hard work? Awesome.
Terrific, delicious.
Alright guys, so we're gonna finish up dinner and we'll see you guys next time.